Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Shemi Awashai Bahashim Akakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. And the brother slash elder, shalom and salutations to you all. I was watching this broadcast, this live yesterday, with the beloved elder, Manata Zakba, and his reader, right? This lesson is about his reader. I don't know his name, right? But let us praise great men, right? What does that mean, let us praise great men? Well, we all know that this is one of our most fierce combat warriors in the spirit. Okay, we know that. We have them like warriors like GMS Las Vegas sit downs 144. That's a fierce warrior. The brother down in I think it's Orlando. I think it's Orlando. I don't think it's Miami. The head of the Orlando camp, I believe. I forget the brother's name, Salakia. But these are those fierce warriors. You understand? Once upon a time, the elder apostle Ricard was that fierce warrior, that youthful energetic. This brother right here, right? His story is like that, and this is me speaking, and I'm gonna get some precepts, but it's like that of the Apostle Paul, right? Okay, the time that the idiot came and stood in his face and tried to provoke him and tried to scare him, okay, had this angel, see, had this angel been dispatched to this mighty warrior, when that idiot came up, and he would have, first of all, he would have went back to his employer and said, look, I'm going to need more money, and we're going to need a new plan, because I'm not going to go stand in this brother's face with this angel standing right. Just his presence alone, okay? And we're going to get into it. But first, let me make a quick comparison. Okay? This was their live yesterday. But we have to praise great men. Why? Because we need balance. Right? Why do we need balance? What the hell is this shit right here? This is the opposite of praisers. We do so much, right? Having to get to clean this bullshit up, right? What's the opposite of this? Somebody who comes in like this. Somebody who comes in, I don't even know the brother's name, right? But what did he do? He landed like the best job available. Who would not want to be this man's reader and serve a dual purpose? Nobody is gonna say nothing to this brother simply by his presence alone. He's got a very angelic way about him. You know he's seen some combat on them streets. You know he has. He don't have to say shit. All he has to do is read. They be trying to attack him for his reading, right? In the comment, this angel, this brother, was sent to this elder, right? So let us praise great men. We're going to look into that. I wrote down, what did I write down? Let's start at Romans 12. And bear with me because this is, I saw the live yesterday and I'll show you what I saw. Get Romans. Bear with me, I'm flying. Get Romans 12 there. But let me push this to the picture that this right here. This great, right? When I saw this, because these brothers, right, this is very iconic, right? And when I say iconic, I mean righteously iconic. That's a righteous icon. Like the Russian icons, this is what they look like in reality. Right? Look at these brothers. They got on matching garments, damn near. And then you have the team, right? This is the team. The Most High created this team through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. This brother right here was sent to be this man's second. Okay? This man right here, there's a story that comes to mind, right? This man, right, can, when he is granted, a wish, if you will, what is your heart's desire? I don't know what the brother's name. You know what he would wish for? You know what he would wish for? He would wish for a double portion of his spirit. And right before he left, and I'm not saying that he's Elijah. I'm not saying that. We know who Elijah is. I'm making a comparison. This man here, who's probably relatively new in the truth, maybe 5 years. He's been reading for about 2, if I recall correctly. Right? Since he showed up, right? This thing is it's ironclad. Going back to that idiot coming standing in his face. He would never do that, man. The Most High sent a bodyguard, an angel, a messenger, a herald, a speaker, right? And it's amazing. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, well, they haven't crossed the line yet. They're coming out. That's the first thing I thought. I believe that they're from some part of Texas, El Paso, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what this might mean, El Paso, or maybe even Myrtle Beach. And they came up to fellowship or whatever. But the first impression I got was that they hadn't crossed the line yet. And when the brother was speaking, he's come such a long way, right? My heart burst for the brother, right? A great deal of emotion comes forth out of me when he speaks, right? And we'll get to that as well. Anyway, let me read Romans. I guess I didn't get there, did I? Try to get to Romans. Let's do that. Romans 12, and I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to just read it. It's Salakia for talking a lot. Just read straight down, and I believe this is right. Romans 12:1, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, right? This guy, he came out of nowhere, right? And became his reader. Who wouldn't want that position? And see, just not that position. Nobody can just walk up and read for this brother, right? You can't interfere with his presentation. You would have to be a perfect tailor-made fit so as not to get in the way, right? So as not to, you couldn't come in proud. You couldn't come in with an ego. You would have to come in exactly like him. Okay? If you're watching this thing unfold, and what are we doing? We're praising great men. We're going to get to it. Salaki, let me get to it. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. That's what that brother's doing out of nowhere. Holy, separate, acceptable unto the Most High. Not this clown. Where's the clown at? This guy. He came in a whole different way. Same way through GMS. Look at this guy. That's the right way. We need balance. All of this Pegasus talk. We need balance. All right? Holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So we're on the right track. And be not conformed to this world. Do I have to pull up Chief Dumb? But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? We know that this brother has seen some combat in the world, right? Who was he the second to? If just by being his reader, do you know what he's just learning by just reading and hearing? When this brother does the breakdown, he's getting it through osmosis, if you understand what I mean. He's being taught and filled. The Spirit is on this brother. The Spirit isn't spilling. His cup is running over, and he's not getting that residual. These two are one. Two is better than one. We're going to get that. Two. So lock in. Lord willing, two is better. I'm a one-man camp. I've seen this brother, the elder Yawan was this brother's reader, right? But the brother Yawan was not this guy. You understand? That's a great brother in the truth. Elder, up and coming elder. I'm not sure exactly what the title is, but very astute. You understand? That you would have to be standing next to this brother. But this guy, okay, the attributes that he brings to this team, right, are tailor-made. Let me try to read some more. For I say, through the grace, this is Romans 12:3, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according as to the Most High, according as the Most High hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Do I have to show you this clown? Not to think what? Not to come in and want to be the boss. To be out of order from the beginning. This is the wrong way. This is the example. Who wouldn't want this position? Right? What is he learning being in this position? This is one of the most fierce warriors in the truth. We know that. Okay? Whatever Captain Tazariak ever wanted to be is right here. You understand? And never once went and sat down with some fucking Satanist. Okay? And the Most High sent this guy. Right? Nobody's going to walk up and try shit. Right? He already proved himself on his own. Right? He passed them tests. What happened? That ain't going to happen again. We're almost out of here. But see, let me read a little more. I'm trying to get to the other one. Salaki. Did I get where I was? Okay, so every man has his measure. What is his measure? Look at this. Okay? When he came in, right, they tried to attack him. Why? Let's get that real quick. If I can get to it. I'm going to have to go back here. Isaiah 28. And I'm just going here because when we come in, right, we learn line upon line, right? But there's something attached to that. Let's get that. Let's start at 9. So I can bear with it. Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little, and there a little. And here's the brother right here. This made me think of him, okay? Because when he came in, he had a little stutter or stammer. I'm not exactly what you call it. A little impediment, right? But that, right, is interwoven and highlighted in the scriptures. You understand? Now, it's twofold, and we'll explain it. Where did I go? Okay. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. For with stammering lips, okay, and another tongue. Now, a stammer is an impediment, like a stutter, right? On its face, okay? If you give me time, I'll explain the code meaning, right? For with stammering lips, right, which it would appear that the brother came in with, now not only is he articulating, because the brother, the song is in his head so well that he knows when a word was spoken wrong, he'll go back and gently correct the reader, and then the reader, after months, his reading has improved so much that nobody can't really attack him from the comments no more, right? And his demeanor, everything, he's becoming so well-oiled, right? And they are becoming such a fine-tuned machine if you're watching, you know. So when I seen this whole picture, I just seen how bright he was shining, right? As part of this whole, right? You got the Wonder Wheel. It used to be just the Wonder Wheel and the brother, right? And that was an icon enough, right? But now, right, it's not just the two of them no more. Now it's these two and the Wonder Wheel, okay? And the Most High did that. Did I finish this? Salaki, bear with me, please. No, I'm everywhere. For with stammering lips. Now, the other part of that, right, is mocking, right? And this man right here is so clever, right? So unassuming, right? You can't, you're not smarter than him. He doesn't miss much. He's very sharp, right? And he's discerning you as you're walking up. He's very sharp. So he's got one-liners. He's very funny, hilarious. And he will decimate you times 10. He will 10 times 10 you, slice you up immediately, right? So this is a formidable team. This, right, for with stammering lips, this is both of them. They're a team. You got the mocker and you got the brother whom you might think, right, his whole presentation will throw you off. You'll be like, oh, okay, I know what I'm going to come up and do. You'll hear him speak, and then you'll be like, uh-oh, I don't know exactly what to make of this brother. I need to look at him a little closer before I do something stupid. It might get swallowed up. I might need another plan. I need to hear him talk some more, but the only time he talks is when he's reading. Otherwise, he's a guard dog. You understand? So there's a lot going on there, right? He is in his lot, right? So he's a great man in my eyes. See, I see when you're on a stage and you're the lead singer, right? You know what you're dependent on? You're dependent on your damn guitar player to be a badass. Because here comes the guitar solo, right? Now, you don't want to compete and have a fight with your guitar player. You want to work together with him. Okay? Because you're only as good as a lead singer as your guitar player is a guitar hero. And if you're not letting him be a guitar hero when it's time, you're fucking up your own shit. Two are better than one. We're going to get that, Lord willing. This is Sirach. And watch this. When I came into this, because it just kind of popped into my head. And I know I'm being long-winded, but bear with me, because what are we doing? We're praising great men. 44, right? You know where this is going. And 1. Sirach 44 and 1. Let us now, what? Praise famous men and our fathers that begot us. Right? The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. Such did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecy. Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions, such as found out musical tunes and recited verses in writing, rich men furnished with ability, living peacefully in their habitations. All these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their times. Okay, so let us now praise famous men. I want to focus on that, okay? Because it made me think of this brother right here, the reader. Why is he a famous man? Why? Because he's the example. This is an example. This is a bad example. The bad example. This is the good example. period. Watch this man. He's silent. When he's reading, right? And he's perfect for this team. Let's look at this here. Sirach, where is it? Bear with me here. We do it like this. Sirach 44, watch this. 44. G&T. So let us now give praise to godly men. Is this a godly man? I think so, and I hope so. From what I see, you know what word comes to mind? Humble. Humble. Humble giant. Humility. Watch this, man. Let us now praise great men. Godly. Let me show you the opposite of this. Not godly. Don't pray. He doesn't deserve praise. This man, this is the example. Of course this is a great man. Let us now praise great men. Okay? We can start with the elder apostles. Let's start from the top down. The elder apostles on down, right? And then you get to the what? The elders. Hey, the elders, is this not an elder? He's worthy of double honors, is he not? Well, guess what? He is. This is a great man. I say so. I'm an elder, okay? And when I say I'm an elder, I'm up in age. I'm over 60 years old, okay? And when I see this, after my short time in the truth, pushing 20, right? My discernment is exercised enough to know, you know, and Lord willing, he remains. This is how we speak. But not so much this guy who is deserving of praise, the praise of great men, double honors of an elder. But this guy, though, see, why does he deserve the praise that he does? Why? Because of this. Because of this. What's the opposite of this? What's the opposite of this failure? The opposite of this failure is this. This brother right here. Look at this picture. Look at this majestic reader. Steadfast. Look at this team. 1, 2, the wonder wheel. 3. They're a team. All right. Let's read it. Sirach. So let us now give praise to godly men, our ancestors of generations past. Who was he in the right? Who was he in the reincarnation? This man can ask for a double portion of his spirit and probably get it. Why did Elisha get a double portion of Elijah's? Because he was worthy of it. Just like he's worthy of praise. They're attacking him. This brother defends him on the common day. Oh, you need to do it. I don't need no. He loves this brother right there. He loves his reader. He knows his value. He knows. I made a comment. It just came out. I'm like, I have to say it. I have to get word to this brother. What a great job he's doing, right? How he's growing, how humble he is. We see it. He needs to hear that, you know? He needs to hear that we see him, that we're rooting for him, and he's fucking killing it. Call all y'all about Shimmy. I get emotional, man. It's beautiful. Where was I? Oh, we're reading it here. It says, those whom the Lord honored with great glory, in whom his greatness has been seen from the beginning of time. There were some who ruled kingdoms. Who are these? Who is that guy? These are great men. Look at this guy's office. Look at his office. Understand his story, how he came back to be who he is. Who is he? We're in these last days. We're almost done here. Who are these guys? Who's this? Where did he come from to be part of this team? In the reincarnation, who are these guys? These are great men. If you understand anything in the spirit. Where was I? Salaki. There were some who ruled kingdoms, and some who were known for, look at this, who were known for their strength. Look at this. And this spiritual, look at this guy. Look at his strength. He don't have to say shit. His strength is apparent. Ask him how safe he feels now. Whereas anybody can just walk up on him and pull off their shirt and try to flex. That shit's fucking not happening now. Motherfuckers gotta think up a good goddamn plan now before they try some shit like that. Let me go back to that. That's the spirit. And some who were known for their strength. Look, some were wise advisors. Let us now praise. Some were wise advisors. Who are these men? We're going to find out very soon. Right? Call all Yahweh. I pray that this is edifying. You know, there's so much, you know, you see great men out there, say so, right? Say so. I hope that people recognize me as a great man for being able to recognize a great man. That brother, he wouldn't hesitate to say, look, that guy right there is Salakia. That's a great man. Some were wise advisors. Look at this. And some spoke prophecies. I'm going to go back to the picture. There were statesmen whose policies governed the people, rulers who issued decrees, scholars who spoke wise words, and to those who pointed proverbs, Salah, and to those who used pointed proverbs, poets, this is myself here, and composers of music. This guy's all of those things, and I already know he deals with music. What is his name? Manatazak, meaning something having to do with music, if I'm not mistaken. Ba, meaning the second one, right? Has something to do with music, right? God's talking about him too. It's all spiritual. Composers of music right? Rich, very rich. Look at this guy. How rich is he in the kingdom? That's famous men. Famous for being righteous. This is the righteous Tazariak. You understand? Tazariak is a piece of shit. And then you got somebody who came into GMS in the bottom at the bottom level. How do you rise to the top immediately like this? Oh, you want to go from you just came in? You got 2 years in the truth and you want to be that guy. Can you read? Well, become his reader. You made it. But guess what? Spirit got to be working with you. He wasn't just put there. He fulfilled every qualification to be there, especially that humility. Especially that humility. Let me see if I got everything. We could just go on. Who died and were forgotten, they and their children, this is them. But we will praise these godly men whose righteous deeds have never been forgotten. This is them. Their reputations will be passed. This is them. Their reputations will be passed on to their descendants, and this will be their inheritance. Their descendants continue to keep the covenant, and always, well, these are the elect. We're about to bust out in tears because of what their ancestors did. Their family line will go on forever, and their fame will never fade. Who's this? Who are these guys? See, this could be Judas. This could be Dathan. Was Dathan a Levite? Right? You understand? Who are these guys right here? Who are these righteous guys? We know who Tazariak is. He's a scalawag. Who is this man here? Who's that righteous warrior that would go right down into Canaan fearlessly and stand up on any Anakim or whatever giant, right, that came and stood in his face? On his very own, these two warriors. You understand? Men want to come down and fellowship with this team at the Wonder Wheel. I do. I'd love to be his reader. I'd be proud and articulate and loud, lifting up my voice like a trumpet. So I don't know the brother's name, but I said something like, I just watch. I don't even get on the comment board anymore because of, whatever reason. I don't want to get in the way, but I said, myself, speaking for myself, your reader is the brightest ray, the brightest shining in this picture, in this majestic, in this glorious, beautiful icon. This guy is just shining. A beautiful beacon. Got the wonder wheel, which is the brightness, right? A representation of the brightness. The Spirit is here in this picture. And this brother right here, he's an angel. And his strength just shows through. He doesn't have to say anything. But we will praise these godly men whose righteous deeds have never been forgotten. Their reputations will be passed on to their descendants, and this will be their inheritance. You know what? Call halal Yahweh Shem Shai. I pray that those brothers are the elected. I pray that they make it. All right, so I'm going to get this and I'm going to go ahead and close because I know I'm rambling, but this is what inspires me. Two are, because I'm a one-man camp, man. And I've had to, I've been part of camps. I wish somebody like that would come up, right, and protect me. And read for, or somebody would come up and I would read for them and guard and protect them. This brother came to town, I'd read for him. I'd read and pull whole posts happily. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward of their labor. In the NLT, two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. Ain't no nigga gonna walk up and stand in this brother's face with his shirt off, with this man standing right there. All I gotta do is hear him talk. When he reads, right, you're like this. Very, very Mike Tyson-like. You understand? That's all I should have to say. And I don't mean that, you know exactly how I mean that. Very Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson nigga will kill you with one punch. And that's the kind of spirit that this man just gives off. If you walked up, right? If you walked up with ill intent on a mission because you got some fucking money, it would be in your head what you were going to do all the way up until, what did Mike Tyson say? It's all good, nigga, until you get punched in the face. And that's what would come to, you would get in this area, right? And the spirit alone, right? Here's what you would have to do. Let me finish this. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. You know what you're going to do when you walk into this situation? Here's what you're going to do right here. And I'm truly going to try to end on this. Here's what you would do. You would do this. Ecclesiastes 5. This is what you would do. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High. If you walked up now, you could have your little bag they already gave you. Nigga, we're going to give you 50 grand. Here's 10 up front. You go down there and you stand in this nigga's face with your shirt off. You're going to get right here, right over this manhole, and then that spirit is going to hit your ass. You're going to look at this man. Right? You're going to look at that man. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to guard your steps when you go to the house of the Most High. Go near to listen rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools who do not know that they do wrong. Yeah, you're going to know that what you're doing is wrong when you're getting punched in the face and your plan goes out the fucking window. Because I'm quite sure, again, that this man has seen some combat out on them streets, and now he even came and changed up his way. How can you? He's so humble. So let us now praise great men. What does that mean? Let us now give praise to godly men, right? Some were wise advisors. Some spoke prophecies. And some who were known for their strength. He's known for his strength, and all he's done is stand there, look menacing, and read. And he's great at it. So call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that brother. I don't know what his name is, but he's a noble and steadfast and majestic reader for the elder Manatazakba. They're a team. Right? And call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So I pray that this was edifying. You know. Shalom.